Hey everyone, this is Diaperperv, and we've got Livewire 25 and MommySunflower. And I got the idea for this video because Livewire reads a lot of books and he loves autobiographies. And he's like, Perv, you should write an autobiography. And I'm like, no, that is too much work. And literally, I've had so many like session Q&As on my YouTube already. So I'm like, well, they can just refer to that. But I guess I never really started from the beginning and then worked my way up and explained it to you onto my motivations of like why I started doing pro sessions and so forth and what I get out of it and just some great stories that I haven't shared with you. So this is going to be my, I guess, autobiography on being an ex-pro diaper fantasy facilitator from 2015 to 2020.
Right, we're taking you behind the diaper tapes, behind the velvet rope.
Yeah, and these guys... Yes, and I don't even know where to start, like what the inside scoop would be, like what do people want to know, but I guess that's why they're here. So, I started doing this in 2015, okay, and I started because I had this feeling that I really wanted to take care of kids. And hubby and I talked about it and we decided, okay, we're probably not going to have kids. And I just had this like feeling of I wanted to know what it's like to take care of someone else that's like dependent on me, where my time is theirs. It's their obligation. Because that's what having kids really is about. It's about you not having your time to yourself anymore. Like, it's a sacrifice.
Good point.
Right?
Yeah, very good point.
Yeah, and you get to be nurturing, comforting, you get to teach them stuff. So then in my head, I was like, oh, it would just make sense if I started offering like babysitting sessions. And that's what I called it. Because I'm, there for a short time, so I'm there to babysit ABDLs. So that was my thought, okay? That was my motivation behind it. And I think it was really genuine and really just like authentic. And I know there are other people out there who are like DOMs first, and they see ABDLs as like, oh, this is a way to make easy money. And they're not in it for that reason of like, I want to help people or I want them to feel good about themselves. I just want to take their money. And I have some thoughts about that, but that's not what it's about. I'm sorry. Okay. So in 2015, I think it was like spring, I was like, okay, I want to do this. So where am I going to advertise myself? I didn't have a nursery or anything. So I think I bought Bambino diapers online. This was before Changing Times opened, so I had to order them. And I bought some Bambinos, and did I have a diaper bag? I think I did. I went and bought my first diaper bag, and powder and wipes, and things I thought I would need. And then I put an ad out on Craigslist. In what section was it? I don't remember what the section was, if it was like female for male or whatever. I think it was under like, they might have had like a fetish or miscellaneous section. And I put an ad in there. And that's how I got my first client, my first ABDL. I'm trying to think which one was my first.
You never forget your first.
Okay, I might have to talk about two because I can't remember which one came first. So one of them was a DL, and we still talk to this day, actually. And I went to his hotel room. He was here for a convention, and I really didn't know what to expect. And I brought whatever I had. He had his own diapers, and it was a super duper chill session. It was more of like slight embarrassment, lots of diaper checks, just diapering and changes, and a lot of just embarrassing, humiliating talk from, his wife or girlfriend or whoever is diapering him. And that was very, very fun. Oh, I remember it was in the Venetian. I remember that. And he was really nervous. I think he was really nervous about like not wanting to come in his diapers too quickly. But the embarrassment was also part of a big factor in it. And I remember this other time, this might have been my first. He was ABDL, and it was at an off-strip hotel room. And here was the deal. His girlfriend was at the hotel with him.
Whoa.
But yeah, they were there for like some type of like wedding party. But him and his girlfriend and her friends, like the females of that wedding party, were going to do their own thing for a few hours. They had like some stuff planned, so that he had this small window of time to like indulge in this. So I got in there and he showed me all his ABDL gear, and we talked about what we wanted to do in the session, and we started doing it. Like I diapered him, and then all of a sudden he looks at his phone. He got a text, and his girlfriend was bringing one of her friends up to the room to show them the room, because it was a nice room. And he freaked out, and he's trying to like put everything away, and I was trying to put everything that I had taken out of my diaper bag back into my diaper bag.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden there's a knock on the door, and they were already here. So then he's like, okay, you have to hide in the bathroom. And I went in the bathtub and like pulled the curtains.
Oh my
God. Then he was in the bathroom with me pretending to use the toilet. And then he had to go out into the room, and the two girls were already in the room. So I could hear them talking.
Oh my God.
And I had my diaper bag in there. I'm standing in there trying to like regulate my breathing. And then she wanted to use the bathroom too.
Oh my God.
So she came in the bathroom and peed in the toilet with me in the bathtub with this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but in my brain I was like, there's no way, like why would she open the curtain, right? And even if she did, like this is on him. This has nothing to do with me.
Oh my
like
God.
So I'm trying to just regulate my breathing and not move for like that few minutes she was in the bathroom. And
Should have turned the water on at you.
oh my God.
Oh my God. That is harrowing.
That sounds like my worst nightmare.
Isn't that
God.
crazy?
I hate that.
But then they like left. Like she just wanted to show her friend how nice the room was.
You probably wouldn't. You're probably quiet as a tune. I mean, you're regulating breathing. You're
Yes.
talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I could hear my heartbeat.
Your heart. Oh
Yeah.
man.
That was so crazy. And then I guess we like finished the session, but then he was sure that she wouldn't come back because then they were off doing their own thing. So we did finish the session, and it was really chill. He was AB. It was very like wholesome and fun and nice, but it was still quite a rush.
Did she participate in him being ABDL, or that was
Yes.
a secret?
No, it wasn't
Okay.
a secret.
All
Like
right.
she knew and everything, but I don't think she participated as much as he would like.
Okay. That makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense.
Yeah.
Was it hard to transition back into like that AB little sort of space after that big rush of emotions?
For me, no, because I'm pretty good with that. Just from like, participating in like acting stuff throughout the years. And for him, yeah, it took him a few minutes to like chill out and
Like,
calm down.
regulate yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's some excitement, though. I mean, that is high RPM.
Yeah.
Hide now. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. So that was 2015. So I kept posting on Craigslist. And another place I posted, but the site is gone now, is Bedwetting ABDL. And this guy Stanley, that's been on like YouTube so many times, he had a listing of like professional nurseries worldwide. But then he eventually had to shut it down because there was a bunch of scammers that would post on there later on down the line. But then pretty quickly I realized I had to make like a page with my information on it. So I just tacked it on to like ineedamommy.com, like slash, you know, whatever. And I did go through a couple name changes. I was known as Mommy before. And then I changed it to Diaperperv later on in late 2018. I changed my name. Because my first Instagram got deleted by accident, you know, because of something stupid I did. And then I was like, well, I want a different name that isn't a mommy, because I realized that a lot of my sessions, they didn't want a mommy. Like a lot of them were DLs. They, you know, just wanted a female to participate with them and do these actions, but they didn't necessarily see me as mommy. I could be a babysitter or a teacher or a nurse or whatever, or, you know, girlfriend. But yeah, I realized a lot of my clients weren't AB, and they weren't age players, or they were age players to some extent, but didn't like the term mommy necessarily. So yeah, so that's when I started a site. Was shortly after 2015 when I started. And 2016 was like a blur. Like, people found me really quickly just through that. Just through like keyword searches. Because I made sure that my page was, you know, very search engine friendly, and just from being listed on Bedwetting ABDL, and there was another mommy listing site as well that was smaller. But I think back in the day, like, word spreads easier because there was such a lack of. Yeah. And I remember 2016 being busy. Like, it just started rolling in, and then 2017 was busy too. I don't know how people found me, but a lot of people come to Vegas for like conventions, and once like you're getting established, then I guess it's easy to find. And then in 2017 I decided to convert a room into a nursery, and I didn't have the crib right away. The wooden crib, I had like a blow-up crib.
Ooh.
Yeah, made by Also Cute. And it was fun. It was like a bouncy house. And it did make them look really small. But one of the things I did buy for the nursery was the white shelf, because I wanted to stack the diapers in there. And I wanted to paint the room and decorate the room. And I wanted like a thing for the toys and the books, and I wanted the high chair, which I got for $80. It's an Adirondack chair, a tall Adirondack chair, and I put it together myself and painted it. And a pretty good amount of people were into like feminization, and I bought 2 dresses. But the rest were all given to me. Okay, I bought more than that. Maybe 3 dresses. But I find that people just started giving me things. Like, things that didn't fit them. Or if it was a secret, then they would buy something for the Vegas trip, and then they can't take it back because their significant others didn't know. Or like their family didn't know. So they would just be like, here. I'd be like, this is great because I love free stuff. But yeah, those were my first sessions. Where should I go from here, guys?
What was your strangest session?
Oh my goodness. What is strange? Like,
Strange for you.
for me?
Yeah.
Maybe
Like,
a far out
something-
fetish.
Yeah, or something you never really thought about doing before.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The one that comes to me first is anything to do with like hypnosis.
Mm.
Because I read a book about hypnosis, and that was like it. That's all I know. I know what the induction is like, but he really wanted like a fantasy hypnosis scenario. And I felt honestly kind of cheesy doing it. Like, I felt like embarrassed because I didn't know what to say, but I was trying my best to be like this hypnotist witch that you wanted me to be. So, I mean, you're just acting, right?
Yeah.
So you're just role playing, so you just go with it. And then he's like, you know, getting into it and pretending to be dizzy and then falling into the induction, and I just have to go with it because I'm
I love
like,
it.
this is so far out of my like spectrum, because in most of the scenarios I got, they're like, yeah, I want you to be like my babysitter, and then you catch me, you know, wetting the bed. A lot of it is that. Or like, oh, I wet my pants, so you confront me about it and then make me wear diapers. So I'm always being me, but as a babysitter, or how I would act as a nurse, but I'm still being me.
Right. Okay.
But like being like a hypnosis witch is like, whoa. It's like,
It's a little out there, but fun.
yeah, but really, really fun. I'm trying to think of like other crazy
I got a
stuff.
question. If you had
Yeah.
to estimate, how
Yeah.
many sessions would you have maybe done? If you just had to guess, it doesn't have to be an exact number.
Are you freaking serious?
I just said a guess or an
Oh
estimate.
my goodness. Okay, like throughout the whole time,
Mhm.
and even after 2020, because I have been doing some,
Sure.
yeah, like on the DL.
Mhm.
I don't know, is 600 a good number?
Well, that's impressive. I was just wondering, because I know you're not going to remember every
No,
single one,
I
but
saw it.
you know, it just kind of gives an indication of how popular, how busy you were, you know, because even that number is like, could be like 1 a week, 2 a week, you know, things like that. That's
Yeah.
a pretty, it takes a lot of energy and a lot of creativity, which is why I was
Right.
trying to.
I feel like when I'm in session mode, like I'm on automatic mode. Like whatever comes out of my mouth just comes out naturally. But I like, you'll get to that point where it's like, okay, this is what you're into, and then you're just reacting to the other person and what they're doing.
Facilitating.
Yeah, facilitating. Like however they're reacting, I'm just reacting to that pretty much after a certain point. Yeah, is that a good number?
Yeah, I
But-
think it's like,
But
even if you said like 100, it's still a good number. But I figured that it was probably 600-700 if I was guessing.
Okay, I think
You
it
know.
might be more 700.
Yeah.
Because when I traveled to LA, I did them as well. Like I would take trips to LA for other things, and then tack on 2 extra days, and then try and do like 2.5 days of sessions, and I would be booked the whole
That's pretty cool.
time.
Right, it's pretty
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun. I kind of like those when it's back to back, because like when you're on, you
It's
know.
like an adventure. And
Yeah.
meeting really cool people.
Yes, but I will have to say, when I did the sessions like back to back, I was younger then. Okay, like 2015 was 10 years ago, and I'm 48 now, so I was 38. So I felt like I had so much more energy that I could like literally do like a full day of sessions in LA and then go out in the evening and do something else.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't, like, if I have to do one session now for the day, I'm like, that's it. That's the activity for the day. So, right? Because you know about aging, like, you have to, sorry,
Thank
like,
you.
it's the truth.
I'm only a couple years older than you. But I get it. I get it.
Yeah, like, there's no way I could do that now. But you're young, and you're starting young, so you're
You're
good.
so young and fresh. You're not an old thorn like we are.
Have you ever had to deal with kind of like that headspace drop after? Because I've been kind of going through that a little bit too.
Like a
I
mommy
get
drop.
so excited and I'm in mommy mode, and then I get kind of like a mommy drop after. Do you get that?
They grow up so quickly.
Yeah.
Because the session's just over and then they're a grown adult again. And I'm like, okay, bye.
Like
Yeah.
a mommy
Feel
drop.
free to check in, but they don't really want to check in much. They just kind of go on their own way, and I'm like, oh, okay.
They're flying from your nest.
Yeah.
Aw.
Do you get that, like the empty nest syndrome a little bit?
I personally never did from sessions because I think I like can compartmentalize that part. I mean, yeah, I did when it was my play partners
Okay.
and we're having a really good dynamic. I did miss my play partners,
That's
you know,
fair.
and because that's definitely more emotional. But I feel like during sessions, I could do all the emotional things of like cuddling and, you know, and all of that and not feel anything. Because once it's over, I'm just like, hey, bud, what's up? You know, hey, dude.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Did you ever cross a personal line, maybe?
Oh, God. Did I ever cross a personal line? There was one time that comes to mind that I did, and I've tried to be really cognizant of the lines, but during a session, in the middle of a session, I did kiss someone. And yeah, it was just like an overwhelming feeling of, yeah, this is what I should do. This is like, yeah, this is fun. I think we're having good vibes here. And I leaned in and kissed him. Yeah, that was the only time I did that. I have found a lot of play partners through sessions, but usually I end the session and then we'll talk about it, and then I'll decide later on down the line, like, I do want to play with this person on a personal level, and we talk about it. But yeah, it weirds me out because I'm like, oh geez, like that was kind of crossing the line. But I feel like he enjoyed it and it made the session better at that time. I mean, he was cute. You know, he was an actor. I shouldn't air quote actor. He wasn't like a super famous actor or anything. Actor. Yeah.
Did you ever have any sessions that went wrong?
Oh, that's a good one. I think one guy just failed to like be able to relax with me. Like coming in, he was really like on, and he had a persona, and he just failed to like relax, and I was trying to get him to like get into a better headspace, a more relaxed headspace, and just maybe 1/3 through it, he decided it wasn't for him.
Sounds like he was very nervous.
He just wanted to leave, yeah. He don't want to try or relax or anything, but yeah, that's on him. Gone wrong. There has been times where I allowed someone to like mess in the middle of the session. You know, once I got to know them and everything, and and it was just a messy cleanup in the bathroom. I felt the cleanup part went wrong.
Okay.
Not the messing part. Like, I enjoyed that part and it was fun, but just we didn't plan the cleanup better in the bathroom. And I was like, oh no, this is not great.
Everywhere.
Yes, it was kind of like that.
Did you ever think when you were starting that, oh, okay, I'm never going to do that, and now you like those activities included now?
Yes, so many things. Like in the beginning, it wasn't like, I wasn't a DL, I guess. Like, it wasn't sexual. I mean, I still don't consider it sexual, like, because I don't do anything sexual during a session. I just use a wand and stuff. And if they happen to, you know, yeah, then that happens. But messing is one of them. Messing was a no-go for me at all in the beginning. And then it became cool like in 2018, early 2018.
Messing is cool.
And then also pegging. Pegging was a no, and anal toys was a no. And then I think I explained this part in another video, but you know, someone after they had a few sessions with me, then they would ask about it, and I'd be like, sure, I guess so, I could try. But it was more like I didn't know what I was doing. So I felt going into it, I could hurt someone, or it could, you know, it wouldn't be hot because I'd be like fumbling around. But I did try the pegging, and it didn't click for like the first year. It took a while for it to click, because I'd be like, yeah, sure, it's you know, I'll try it. I trust you, and as long as they don't have a great expectation of me, not because I don't know what I'm doing, but now I think of it all the time. Like literally one day it just clicked. One day all the anal play and the pegging, it was just the right person in the right situation in the right moment, and seeing how they were reacting to me, everything just clicked, and I'm like, whoa, this is freaking really hot.
Good chemistry.
Yes, yeah.
Do you remember what made the messing click for you?
Oh, yeah. It was this guy. He wasn't a client. He was just a diaper crush I had. I know. Oh my goodness. Now I can't remember his name because he's not really online anymore. He like kind of disappeared. But he was a diaper boy, and he liked to mess his diapers, and he would post messing videos on like Instagram. And I remember I was alone in my room after like the whole night at CapCon, and I guess I was like pretty like diaper horny after like seeing all these cute diaper boys running around and, you know, feeling their diapers and the sessions and everything. And I couldn't sleep, and I just watched a video of him messing his diaper, so I could like come. And that was like the hottest thing ever. That's what clicked, was watching him mess his diaper and then me coming to that. Why can't I remember his name?
Stuff.
Why can't I remember his name?
Has you ever done a session where somebody's significant other might have been participating with their
Oh
person?
yeah, several.
That's pretty cool.
Actually, yeah. I've had a few fun sessions with couples. Yeah, sometimes they both want to be little and have a
Wow, that's
caregiver
cool.
and be little together.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And I've been booked by like couples where he wants her to like see the role plays go as an example, because she wanted to learn more about how to be a dom, like how to be dominant and put him in diapers, what to say, and how to, I guess, control the situation. And those are really fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like those ones, because then like he's being little and then she's learning from it and asking questions. I'm trying to get her to participate.
Like you're teaching.
Yeah, like I'm teaching. Like we're both spanking him, we're both embarrassing him and saying embarrassing, humiliating things.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I have been booked by couples at CapCon a few times too. That's really fun.
Have you ever had a girl client?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Really?
Well, because
Not
when you
that
think
many.
about, you know, and we know there's girl and guy ABDLs, but you technically think that it's more of guys that are into it. And so it surprises me because, I don't know.
So girl clients. And I think the surprising thing about the female clients I've had is that they're not lesbians.
Okay.
Yeah. Like maybe they were like bi-curious or something, but they weren't like lesbians. They just wanted a mommy experience, or a disciplinarian experience, or just the whole experience with a female, not necessarily a male. Would they book me if I was a guy? Probably, because I know the female clients I did have are with guys, like they, you know, like male partners. So it's interesting that they chose me for that. But for some it's sexual, for some it's not sexual. So maybe that's why, like they just wanted the experience.
You ever had to say no to something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I always said no to like, if they wanted me to dress up as something that I'm not comfortable wearing. So if they wanted me to dress like a cheerleader or ultra feminine or like slutty, because then I feel like I would be objectified and those aren't clothes I would normally wear. Like look at what I'm wearing in all my videos. You know, the most revealing thing I wear is like a tank top, but then I wear like cargo pants, you know, or something. So I never felt comfortable dressing like ultra feminine or showing too much of my body. But that's just me. Like I know everyone is so different in that regard, but I won't like do that. I'll just say no. Unless it's like Halloween clothes. Or, you know, maybe I'll wear a dress, but it has to be like a goth dress. Or like a Halloween dress. Like, I need to feel comfortable in who I am, and I can't really change that. So yeah, I never changed who I was to fit anybody's role.
It makes a lot of sense.
What was your favorite session you've ever done? If you had to choose.
No, I can't.
Oh.
No, I can't. I don't know.
What was the first one that came to mind?
Oh my goodness. I feel like I can't talk about it because we did do some stuff in public, but it was discreet.
Okay.
And it was sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a
We
favorite.
will never know.
I mean, they're with my play partners, like people I would play with afterwards. Okay, there's this one guy from Columbus, Ohio. He's fine if I talk about it, and he's really hot, and I think I pegged him in the first session.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's, you know, there's like a kind of like a certain body type that I like and a look I like, and he fit that look, and he just looked good in a diaper, and it was a lot of wetting and pegging, and it was just, I put him in a straitjacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I rocked his legs back, and there was some pegging during the diaper change, and that was pretty hot.
She's stronger than she looks.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's true. I thought I was going to flip off the table when I demoed it in front of the class. And pop my legs up. Yeah, you're strong.
Oh, okay. I mean, I used to weightlift and stuff, so.
I felt it.
I mean, we build a haunted house together. Like, you've seen me lift.
I know.
Like,
I thought I was going to flip off the table.
Just gonna roll him off.
How did you keep track of everything? Because it's a lot to remember, you know?
Oh, geez. Okay, I wish I started this from the very beginning, but I do have a spreadsheet, and I put, like, their names or emails, like, notes about the session, like, oh, are they into feminization? Or are they into this? Not into this, right? And their number, if I have it, and where they're from.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I always like to note that in case I travel to that area and have free time and want to do sessions, I can reach out to them and do that. And also I did that because sometimes other pros will reach out to me for a reference. Like they'll use me for a reference, and I can quickly look and find them by name or email, and then, you know, say, okay, it's good or bad.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. And you just have notes for my own reference, like, you know, if something goes wrong or whatever, or wasn't a good session. So what happened was, I lost that list somewhere along the line, like in early 2018, when one of my computers failed and I couldn't get it off the hard drive again. So I lost a bunch of names. So the list I have now is literally like over 200 people. And that's only from 2018 to 2020. And then I kind of, like during the pandemic, I stopped putting people on the thing because I got lazy. So it's actually, so the list is actually bigger than that. Yeah. So it's not great, guys. I'm not the most organized human. It is what it is. So, but if I continued that list and was, you know, diligent about it, it would definitely be maybe, I'm guessing 350 plus.
It's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to stay organized. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah. It is. Oh yeah, another thing I would say no to is that if it was like too sexual, because I didn't offer anything sexual or anything like that, like sexual acts. So I would just be like, no, we're probably not a good match.
Do you remember your first convention?
Yes, because that was 2018 CapCon. Yeah, and I decided, like, so last minute, I decided, okay, let's do this. Because there wasn't a lot of information about CapCon at that time, and I just wanted to see for myself. So I actually posted on the Craigslist in Chicago for the sessions. And I got a lot of people that were local to Chicago, but they weren't going to CapCon. But they still want a session. So I booked a full day before CapCon to do sessions.
That's awesome.
Yes, and that got filled pretty quickly. I mean, it can't be that many people. I can only do like maybe 3 sessions on the day before, right? Maybe 3, maybe 4, depending on how long they want it. And that got booked so fast. And then my CapCon got booked like for sessions, and I was really surprised because I didn't expect it at all. I didn't know who else was doing sessions at that time, but I was very open and very like out there about trying to get clients.
Was this the one where you were doing the diaper changes with Red that was very successful and you had a long line?
Oh, no, Red helped me in 2019 and 2020. In 2018, I did do the diaper change happy hour, but it was just me. Yeah, but Red helped me in 2019 because trick-or-treating was the same time as a diaper change happy hour, and I had already advertised, you know, the happy hour, but handing out candy was more important.
I think I saw a picture somewhere where you had like boxes of diapers, cases in your room in preparation.
No,
Maybe.
nope, that was not me.
Huh, maybe I don't know.
No,
Okay.
they had to bring their own diaper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
because I mean they're ABDL, so they'll have their own diapers.
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah, and I don't have room in my suitcase because I was already like in the talent contest and I had to put my costume in there and like other shit. So.
What'd you do for the talent contest?
Polynesian dance.
Ah, okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I did like a medley of like Poi and Hawaiian and Tahitian.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, CapCon was so fun. If you ever go, you will like die.
I know. I feel like I'll have like the worst drop after, definitely.
Yes.
But at least I can prepare for that. You know? But I want to go so badly. I'm hoping next year, but we'll see how things go.
Okay. I think I mean, if you do sessions there, then that'll pay for it. Like literally the day before CapCon paid for my CapCon.
That's awesome.
And then everything else was just bonus.
Okay, if I can get enough sessions, I'll be there for sure.
Okay. Yeah, and maybe try and book a day before or something or early. But you could even stay at the CapCon hotel. It just won't be a takeover, so that way the locals can come to you at the hotel and you don't have to move hotels. Because I moved hotels.
So if it is a takeover, any additional guests can't make it in then?
During the takeover time.
Okay, that's fair.
But if you stay the night before it's a takeover, like they close it off,
That's so cool.
then you don't have to move hotels, and the locals that aren't going to CapCon can see you, right? And
That'll be
then,
fun.
yeah, and then
Okay.
I'll pay for your hotel and stuff.
There we go. We'll
So,
plan it then.
yeah. I'm just gonna like make your whole schedule.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
Between you and Livewire, I'm set.
I love making schedules and scheduled things.
I love planning, so I feel like
Oh,
together we'll
God.
be like the dynamic duo.
Yes.
I got it. Okay.
I can't believe you guys got a schedule and planning fetish.
It's so hot.
I think we do.
Like when you brought out your Halloween washi tape, I was like, love it, because I put those in my planners all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, so I love decorating planners.
I'm not like them. I just want to admit that I'm not like that.
This
You had a whole tantrum about how we didn't plan enough for the munch because you wanted a whole meeting.
Well, yeah, I did. That's when I got in the spirit.
That was before you got in the spirit.
Right.
So clearly he likes planning too.
Pretty
Yeah.
much,
Just
you
wanna
guys
admit it.
make my schedule pretty much.
Good.
As we should.
Yes.
Someone's got to run your life. Keep you in check.
I didn't expect to drop after my first CapCon, but I started crying. I was
Oh,
like
really?
hugging people and crying. Yeah.
Was that at the end when everyone had to say goodbye?
Yeah. It was like the last day, like the day
Oh.
after, and people were leaving and I'm leaving and
I
stuff.
feel like I do the same. But at least I have a daddy to go home with, so like I'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would probably just take a few extra days off work just in case, because I can't just jump right back into my adult life right after that, you know?
Aw.
I feel like I'd be so sad.
Just bring your 4,000 stuffies with you to keep company.
Oh, I can't do that. Not at work.
Or plan a party in Vegas, like a little get together
That
with
would be
your
fun.
just your friends,
Like a welcome
and then
back.
do something. Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'll drag you to along.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Put it on your calendar.
My schedule's filling up.
Oh, speaking of schedules, I remember one week, I think this was before I even had a nursery, okay? This was like maybe late 2016 or early 2017. I had 1 week where I was doing sessions 6 days in a row.
Wow.
Wow.
And one day I had like 2 sessions. So I would just like pack everything in my car and make sure I had everything. Because it was all at hotel rooms, which is nice because I like going to hotel rooms because then you're in, you're out. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have to like clean anything, like, you know, make up the bed or whatever, do laundry. I'm just like, boom, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. I just felt like that was so many days in a row.
Is that your streak then?
Yes.
Okay. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was weird because then you'll have like a really busy week and then not have anything for like 2 weeks and then maybe have a couple other sessions. So that's how it kind of went with me. It wasn't like consistent, but a lot of times it has to do with the conventions that are coming into town.
Yeah. I've noticed
You
that
need
as
more-
well already.
Yeah.
You need more Skype's.
Yeah. And it's funny because, especially during the convention season, you'll have several people just from that one convention.
Yeah.
And then part of me wants to be a little matchmaker and be like, you know, there's somebody else in your same field, right?
Yeah, you could
But
totally tell
I haven't
them
done
that.
it, but I
Yeah.
feel like they should know.
Yeah, they
know.
should. Yeah.
And you have an extra connection, you know, not just a business level, but a
Yeah.
little secret together. That's fun.
Yeah.
Any parting words of last, wisdom here?
Oh my goodness. I wish there was more professional diaper fantasy facilitators all around the country. Because people are happy to pay for a good experience or having, you know, their fantasy experience fulfilled. I mean, whatever we can do, I feel like, to encourage that.
Well, I can say that with MommySunflower, right? I believed in her for a long time, and
You've been encouraging me to do it for probably almost a whole year, huh?
Mhm.
And I would go back and forth like, oh, I really want to do it. This is the time. And then I'll chicken out.
Yeah.
Just because I would get so nervous and I was overwhelmed. But I really wish I would have jumped in sooner. Like, it wasn't scary at all. It really did come so naturally, I feel
Good.
like. And it was just such a wonderful experience. That's like my only regret is
Yeah.
wishing I started sooner.
Me too.
But he was like my biggest supporter since day one, so.
Good.
Yeah, I wasn't being pushy, but I did get you like a
Yeah.
book to here, check this out, and
You
I
weren't
believed in
pushy,
you.
you were just like a helping hand.
Yeah.
Like someone you could really lean on, and you know,
Yeah.
there was no like weird intentions there, or.
Yeah.
So that was really encouraging.
Good.
He has all the answers, I swear.
Good.
I'm a secret mommy. You found me out.
Yeah.
You are, because you know what the guys want, or
Right.
what they might want, or want to see,
And the
or
girls.
whatever. And yeah, and the girls, because
Yeah.
he's been a daddy.
Professional.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for me that I can answer on TV?
Ooh.
I gotta stand up, y'all.
What's
Okay.
something that you wish you knew sooner as far as like doing the sessions? Like, was there a learning curve there that you had?
There was, and I think my biggest learning curve was understanding that they're not prepared in their head to tell you what they want a lot of times, because you're their first point of contact. Like, a lot of people have never told anybody,
Yeah.
and they don't know how to tell you what they want. So then I had to learn over time how to ask, what questions to ask to get them to reveal their deepest, darkest secrets.
I feel like that's what I'm currently working on. But each session that I schedule, I get a little
Yeah.
bit better at asking those good questions. You know?
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
like that. I'm
Yeah.
more inquisitive.
Oh, I can say that every firefighter that I've seen is very good looking, and it's weird. That's like, but not every cop is good looking.
I know why.
But I love.
Why?
Because you find them hot and you leave them wet.
You're funny.
You
They're
find them
putting out
hot,
the fire.
firefighter hot, leave them wet, diaper.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
And I feel like I'm always so surprised. I mean, it's not surprising, especially with the history of BDSM, but just how many military people are involved.
There's so many military.
And the military people are the best ones to play with, I swear.
Yes.
Just because they have those set guidelines already.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
they understand, like, protocols
Yes.
and rules, and not overstepping them, and asking questions. They're really good at, like, communication.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
That's my kink now.
Would you offer a military discount or no?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Because I did.
I would
Yeah.
totally do a military discount.
Okay.
I don't know why I never thought about that, but yeah, totally.
Yes.
What's your military discount?
I don't remember. I think it was like 10% or 20%. It was
Okay.
something, just something. So
Yeah,
to
I would
say
do
thank
20% off for sure.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, let's do it. Sometimes I get clients, now I'm just like rambling. Sometimes I've gotten clients where I thought we had a great session, but then they never session with me again. And I wonder why that is.
Do you think it's like they just checked it off their, their to-do list or their bucket list, and then,
Maybe. Yeah.
or they got what they wanted from it, so they feel like they didn't need to explore it anymore?
Maybe. Or maybe it wasn't what they wanted,
Mhm.
Or maybe they just want to try out different people in different states, like when
Yeah.
they're traveling.
Have you had anyone, like, honestly say, like, I mean, I know you said that some people said it wasn't for them,
Yeah.
but has anyone actually opened up and said, like, oh, no, that was not a great session? Because I feel like sometimes, like, in the moment, especially when they're so polite,
Yeah.
like, I would never tell someone, oh, yeah, that was a horrible
Yeah.
session. I'd be like, oh, yeah, everything's great, you know?
Yes, and I wish they would tell me if it wasn't good, like, and why it wasn't good, or have a communication about it. One time, someone did have some feedback about they didn't like it when I broke character, and a lot of times, like with clients, they're like in the headspace, and then they're out of it, and then they'll just talk to you like an adult, and then they'll go back in the headspace.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm kind of used to that, but this one wanted like a fully immersive, not breaking character type thing. And I guess that is something like, we should have definitely talked about beforehand. Yeah, and it wasn't discussed beforehand, but if it was, and I knew that's what he wanted, like a fully 2-hour whatever, totally cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So that heads up, which goes back to being able to explain your fantasy
Yes. Yes.
That's like the make or break of the session, huh?
Yeah. And, after I knew that, I'd be like, okay, moving forward, we could definitely do that. Now I know. I remember this one session, actually, he's booked me every time I've gone to CapCon.
Aww.
And this is maybe one of my favorites.
Okay.
Is that he was, he was a much younger headspace than other littles. Like other littles would be like toddler age, they can talk, but he was more like newborn. Like really, really young, nonverbal, and it was just so precious and just so like innocent and fun. And he really got into it. And he always like gave me a feedback email afterwards.
Oh,
like
I love
he was
that.
so grateful and it was awesome and he told me all the highlights and stuff. Cause I would just improvise. Like with a real baby, you just grab whatever's nearby that makes noise and you just play with it, right? And then one time I did suggest a bath time and he was like, yeah, sure.
I love bath time.
Yeah,
I've
he had
gotten
never
to do
had
it.
it.
I've done it once now, but it's my favorite, and I wish I could incorporate it in every session.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you sure you don't want bath time?
Yeah.
We can do story time after. It's the best part. It's so fun. And one of the sessions I had, he was like, I was surprised by how many bath toys you had. Because, being a little myself, I brought all of my bath toys.
Yeah.
I had the little bath crayons and the little, the fun soaps and everything. So it was so fun.
Aww.
Those are the best.
Well, there's definitely a difference between DLs and ABs for sure.
Well, yeah.
DL with bath time, but I get what you're saying.
No, but even the DL I had, he's like, he ended up saying after the session, he's like, I wish I incorporated more of the AB stuff. I would have liked to explore that, and I was like, I'll bring it next time just in case.
Next time, yeah.
Just in case. I'm like, when you're back in town, we'll explore that, and we'll do the little bubble bath in the story time.
Yes.
He kind of regretted not having that, I think.
Yeah, and even DLs, like I've noticed that some people consider them DLs, but they still like age play, but just not such a younger age. Like they'll like to be a teenager or a preteen, and then, mom has to put them back in diapers, but they don't consider them like ABs, because they just still say they're DL, but they like some of the elements.
Right, they're still age playing.
Yes, they are still age playing. They're a DL that likes age play.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
What? He just hit himself in the nads with that coat hanger.
I'm glad I caught that.
Yeah, me too.
Because he was playing with it. I'm like, ew.
Just edit that out.
You're turning all red.
I think you should have a discount for firefighters and like first responders.
Anyone in like the service industry, like doctors, nurses, whoever.
Oh wow.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
No.
No?
yeah, no.
Why?
Because you're providing a service. You can't give, you make my favorite cupcakes, you get a discount. Oh, you take my groceries, you get it. You can't have everything.
No, but I feel like people who...
Maybe first responders and...
Yeah, first responders, doctors, and nurses, I put them all in the same category, kind of, right? Like they're all taking care of the public.
All right.
Right?
But so are you, because I consider myself an ABDL public servant.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
Okay. You're right. Well, we'll see. Check my details later for the official
Ask your
discount
manager.
list.
Yeah, but definitely military.
You're totally my manager, I swear.
Unpaid manager.
I'll take you out to Shabu every now and then.
Oh yeah,
That's
speaking
good
of
stuff.
food, I'm like really hungry. Is anyone else hungry? Okay, bye.
Bye.
You cut me off.